Hello and welcome to the Junglearium 2.0 project. Still the biggest Paludarium type of enclosure project on the YouTube that is mostly built by a single person, and it is DIY. Yes, I'm aware that Ants Canada also got huge enclosures, but I believe that the enclosures aren't built by him, at least not completely built by him. In the end, does it really matter? Not really, but I'm saying it more as a meme now. So let's do some stuff inside. And this is something that was done off camera. You see? The door are here, the doors, door. I never know when I need to say door and when I need to say doors. I know that I'm using it in the last 10 years in my videos, but I'm still not 100% certain. Anyway, this is the only thing that wasn't built by me. That's the reason why I didn't record it. This was built by a company that provides me the glass for the glass enclosures that I built, but they also have a service where they build these type of doors for I think for showers or similar stuff, but this is the only available solution for enclosure of this type to make sure that it is fully and easily accessible. So I didn't really want to fiddle with my designs. I have it in the original Junglearium. It works, it functions, so I decided to have the same system inside of this one. And yeah, this is the only thing that I didn't build by myself. But the rest I did, which will actually need to change because you know I have hernia, so I cannot lift heavy stuff and I will need to call my friends. My wife will also need to help me to bring in some heavier rocks and dirt and everything. And also shout out to Roach Guy for helping me assemble the glass part of the enclosure. Glass is really heavy, so I couldn't lift that on my own. But anyway, in last video we did the styrofoam background. Everything is connected. We tested out the water flow. We also added this beautiful tree stump that we actually integrated in the background. That was a fun thing to do, but I'm glad that it's over. And now finally the actual fun part can begin. That is to add more stuff in the Junglearium. I think that in this video we will do the waterfall and maybe part of the water section. I'm really not sure how fast it will go, and maybe we will attach some wooden pieces to the back. And also I want to attach this top panel and secure the pipes and cover these holes with mesh. Yeah, a lot of stuff to do. And we have one small problem. I cannot remove the door. I mean, I can remove the door, but I shouldn't lift heavy stuff. And this single glass panel is really heavy. And now I need to start working on it with the door. I mean, I cannot really approach it from all the angles because half of the enclosure will always be closed off. Actually, a bit more than a half. You see, this is the half and this is where I can open it. So we will need to work around that. By the way, here I have some branches that I was test feeding in the Junglearium, and also this one is still inside, but I think that this one will stay like this exactly, and we need to figure out how to position the other two. So I need to remember this position, or now I have it in the video, because I need to remove it to do other stuff inside. And first thing that we will do, I will take expanding foam and fill all of those holes, all of those cracks, because we will cover this with dirt, but I don't really need all of those dirt going inside and just adding more weight to the Junglearium. The expanding foam will be perfect for that. And even though I prefer using a low expanding foam in the Junglearium, low expanding foam, the foam that doesn't expand that much, for this purpose I have a can of normal expanding foam, so the one that expands a lot, because we have a lot of area to fill. Even though I have a gun for the expanding foam, I got this that is not reusable because I think that this is the only one that I will need. Actually, I need to turn it like this. I'm intentionally being conservative with how much I apply because I want to let it expand and then apply more if I see that it needs, because you see this expands a lot. I still want to leave some holes like this one. I mean, I don't want it to go all the way down, I will block that, but I want to have an opening here so I can put more dirt for plants and plant a plant here, you know. And it is the next day. The foam is fully cured, fully dried. So now we can resume with the progress. We can start carving the background. Also, I can figure out where this tube will exactly go. I think that I will put it somewhere here probably, I don't know. But on this side you see I prepared a bunch of rocks. These flat rocks and also some other flat rocks. I got a bunch of gravel that we will use, and also I will take a bunch of rocks from the Junglearium because we will no longer need it in the Junglearium. I just need to figure out what exactly I want to do, because I want to cover all of this with rocks, this with rocks, and all of this the pathway where the water will go. So all of this will need to be taken care of, and I'm not sure if we will do it today in this video or in next video, we will see. And for carving the styrofoam, I actually have something a bit special that I received on the Weinstadt Expo from a subscriber. Shout out to Butch for reaching out to me. He said that I need something special for when I need to open some box, and he brought me this. Logo is a bit rude. But inside there is, or there should be, what is this? Bunch of stuff, but there should be a knife. Oh, look at this. Nice. I always thought that knives are super cool, and thank you for giving me this. This is for cleaning the knife. You see, this is the company. If anyone is interested in some cool knives, Bastard Knives, so you can check them out. And what is this? Something 3D printed. Oh, how rude. Thank you. We will try it out to see if it is more efficient, more effective for carving than this cutting knife. Maybe for some specific carvings. It actually sits inside really firmly. Sweet. Alrighty then. Let me see how sharp it is. Yeah, pretty sharp. But expanding foam can also be molded with hands, and sometimes that is the most practical thing. The reason why I'm peeling off the top layer is because if I need to cover something with glue for tiles, that won't adhere if the top layer is not peeled off, because the top layer is like really almost slippery like, so that is the reason why. Now you see I created the basic path where the water will go, and I need to figure out how I want water to come out of this tube. I want tube somewhere here, and then just like in Junglearium, the original Junglearium, I want to have like a small pool, and then out of that pool I want it to go near the waterfall, down this water path. I don't want it to go straight down. So I'm not sure if better idea is to start from the bottom and then move up, or if I should first go from the top, do the lake, and then continue down. Let's first see which rocks we can get from the Junglearium, because that is really important to know which are the rocks that we are dealing with. And look at this. Do you want to accidentally get squished? Go, 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 go. I don't care how hard it is. If you manage to get in, you can go same way out. Let's go, quickly, quickly. Come on, come on. No. Can go on the leaf. By the way, yesterday I spotted two pairing right here on the glass. So I also have a footage of that I can briefly just show you. Anyway, the rocks. I need flat rocks, and first that I can think of are these rocks that we can just take out. 1, 2, I need to make sure that there are no animals on it. And the last one, the thinnest, that is the best. The thinnest are the best because they are the lightest. Okay, those are the flat rocks, and I can also spot one flat rock here, so I will also take that one. I need all the flat rocks that I can get. And now there are a bunch of flat rocks here that I can just simply pull out. Okay, I was expecting that they will hold a bit better, but nope, which is an alright thing for us. Easier to get them. Can also this one go? Okay, this one is holding much better. I don't think that I will be moving that one. How about this one? Okay, we can pull that one. You can see a bunch of bugs and stuff on it. And a red isopod, look at that. And that is exactly that I want to see inside. I want to see that there is a bunch of tiny little critters lurking around, because that makes enclosure be alive and provides a tasty snack to I can take that. A tasty snack to frogs, other than snacks that I'm providing them directly. You see, there is another tiny isopod. Yeah, there are a bunch of tiny critters here. Excellent. All of these are holding really good. Okay, I can work with that now, and then later, if I need more, I can bring in the hammer and try to hammer them out. I think that it is better to build it from bottom up, because that way when I'm setting up stones, I can set one on each other to support their weight, and if I do it from the top, that's not the case. So we will start from here, where we can support the rocks on the actual wood, and then we will go up to here. But as I'm looking at the rocks that I have available, there is one problematic thing. They are dirty. They have dirt on it, which is not a problem. I want dirty rocks in the Junglearium. That is even better. But the problem is I need to glue them to the back like this, you know, this. And now I worry that potentially, since they are dirty, the wood won't adhere that good. So it would be a better option to wash them and let them dry. But outside the rain is falling, which means that they won't be dry today, and I will need to continue this tomorrow, and I'm already kinda running behind the schedule with the video. Technically, I'm in a bit of a pickle, and I definitely need to clean this, you know. Yeah, that is smarter thing to do, so I'll do that. And I'm back. We can continue with this. Look how I cleaned everything. It is not perfectly cleaned, but it is much better now. And yeah, here are the bigger pieces. These are from the Junglearium, all nice and clean. So I will start planning the layout here, so I can figure out if I need to make something bigger, smaller. First I can go with a couple of bigger ones, and then I can add the smaller ones. This is the general idea for the bigger rocks, which means that we can start playing with the expanding foam. And I opened this door for the ventilation, because I'm using the expanding foam, because it is not the most healthiest thing in the world. I'm using all sorts of rocks. I even have this that I didn't wash, but they are super tiny, so I can squeeze them in between the cracks where I need to. Like this part, for example, you can see the expanding foam, and technically I can probably put some dirt behind to cover it, but if I fill it with these tiny rocks, it looks even better, and the water won't wash it down in the future. And it also just looks good, right? Okay, first step is complete. Now, as I let it dry, we'll go and figure out this bottom part to see if we have enough rocks to cover all of that. Oh yes, this will be perfect over here. Okay, this looks pretty good. By the way, this I just put here. It is not attached or anything. I'm not even sure if I will put it over there or not, but the unfortunate thing is I no longer have any big pieces of this type of rock. This is everything I have, and these are smaller rocks, so they're not enough to cover all of this. And you know, when all rocks are same type, then immediately the enclosure will look much better, even though with time the algae and stuff will cover all the rocks, so they will look similar. But at start, when you have these white rocks that I assembled here to separate the land from the water, you see how different they are, and this is not the ideal thing. But tomorrow I'm going to Zagreb, and technically I can stop by where I collected these rocks and collect more, and then hopefully I can collect enough to do this entire cave out of same type of rock, in theory at least. But that means that we won't be able to finish this entire section in this video. And in this video I want to test out the water flow, but after testing the water flow I won't be able to do anything here until it dries for a couple of days. So that means that I won't be able to do all of that work in next video, or maybe I don't know. But this is the approximate idea of how to separate the land from the water, and I guess for that I can use these rocks, which means that maybe we can then also do that in this video. Too small? Maybe this? Yeah, looking good. Should I connect that? Let me see if I have better option than this. How about you? Too different? Awesome. Yes, this is what I will go for, so I will connect that. I also have small chunks of flat rocks that are similar to this, so we can fill the holes. I'm satisfied. And in the meantime, you see this is mostly dry, so I can resume the work here on this side. Okay, let's now add the gravel and see if I can actually get it to stay in shape here. Whoa, 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 look at this. Man, oh man, I'm loving it. This is some incredible progress, and I was on the verge of just releasing the water and seeing how everything will flow, but I decided against it because I will just complicate everything for 5 minutes of joy. Once all of this gets wet, drying it out will be really long and even questionable. So before we do that, we definitely need to close off the cave, close off this area, this, maybe even set up this whole section, and then let the water flow. That is just a smarter thing to do. I will get the rocks, I will finish the cave, and then it will be even better. It will be even more satisfying to see how the water will flow. So this is everything for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs it up and comment something. If you want to support this channel more, there's a Patreon page. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload on Monday and sometimes a live stream on Sunday. So see you again really soon. Bye.